want to review the open space. And when I was butterflying around earlier, I heard a lot of really exciting discussions, and I just want to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to hear a little bit about all the discussions, whether they are in that particular one or not. What we'd like to do is just invite people to perhaps to step forward and, as I say 30 seconds to a minute on what was discussed and what they want to share in particular with the room about things that we can take forward. So, over to you, John.
Hello, John Brightly, Level. Yes, just to tell you a few things about the Localism Bill, which is going through Parliament this year. It generally gives us quite big changes to the national planning system and how we interact with consultations right across the board, from changing from a regional basis down to a very local system, basically. It potentially gives us a lot of new ways of interacting with the planning process, and mainly down to what they're calling neighbourhood planning. Now, we think that this is potentially a good thing for us to be able to interact with local authorities, local councils, local community groups, but it could be potentially quite complicated as well.
Would you like to talk about proposed wind farm in Staffordshire? Robert?
Yes, I'll keep it very brief, and it's very simple really. Just to clarify, 6 2-megawatt wind turbines suggested. What we need to identify are local advocates in the community, and we've possibly got a way of going about that through a minister in the Church of England locally. What we'd ideally like to see is 1 or more community-owned wind turbine within that scheme. But we have learned from Glyn that possibly, because the application's been submitted, it'd be very, very difficult to get the developers to actually change it at this stage. I think it'll take about 2 years before they start building, so there'll be something that can still be done.
Thank you very much, Rob. John?
Yeah, basically, threw up some ideas that people can look at later on, but basically this idea of looking at how do we twin and do solidarity work with basically climate change campaigners in the south, like twinning Friends of Earth groups up with Friends of Earth groups in the south. And there's a few ideas up here, and if anybody wants to talk to me more about it, you make a tea break.
Factory farming. Claudie? Be punchy, be 30 seconds per minute.
First point of publicity, I don't think that Friends of the Earth is doing enough about it, because a lot of people would not eat food if they would know what's going on, really. So I think publicity is a big issue with Friends of the Earth. More could be done. And then fat tax, someone suggested that, tax on fat or sugar.
Not that people.
Serious.
And that money then could be used to promote healthy food. And then keep lobbying MPs. You can all write letters to MPs. Info about Pickford. What was that again? Yeah, anyway, so if you want actually more info about Pickford, you can go on the Soil Association webpage. Or you better even become a member, it's only £2 a month. Yeah, you don't have to become a vegetarian, so keep promoting meat-free Monday. I don't know what that is.
We'll decipher it.
And food crops, like soya or alternatives.
Produced this national briefing on high-speed rail. We thought we'd look at what are the impacts for the West Midlands. The impacts are it could possibly suck out money from our local transport plans, raid the money for schemes that we regard as good and wasted on this high-speed 2 scheme. The other thing is the fact that it could suck out investments from Birmingham and the West Midlands, cause a sort of Londonisation effect, and we'll just end up as the West Midlands being a commuter belt for London. It could work that way. With Coventry and Wolverhampton becoming backwaters as their rail service is reduced, it will increase the amount of travel, and The way forward, well, Birmingham we're planning to hold a meeting on High Speed 2 on the 28th of March with a yes/no debate. Some influential people hopefully coming along. So it's all in the media and.
Yeah, we talked about working with transition towns. I think the general consensus was it was a very good idea, although there was some concern about it could dilute the media coverage because if it's just one organisation doing the project, the media sometimes have trouble, with 2 or 3. But on the whole, I think it's a good idea. We're going to do something on. We'll talk about something on local food. And we also talk about farmers markets not being marketed enough. We also talk about the ideal phone group, where you have like a campaigning side to it and then a local project side. Of course, in the absence of that, where you've only got a handful of people in a phone group, often when you're in a transition town, there is a reservoir of people who are interested, and maybe they'll become a bit more keen on the campaigning side later on. Okay. Something else, how to get transition town started. And I want to talk about, all about inclusivity and accessibility. And that's basically it.
Thank you very much. We're broadly in favour. We're questioning whether or not there'll be PR in the future, and we should make sure we push for that. We've also commented on reducing the number of MPs to 600, which is attached to it as a negative thing. And also about local councils, should we change the electoral system for there? How should we campaign for that? One message to National Fair, which was it should be pushing more its link and support for yes to fair votes. So that was great. Thank you very much. So thank you very much again for all taking part. Thank you in particular to those who proposed topics and reported back. We'll display these over the tea break, but we'll also make sure, as I say, it gets back to you in a report, and they'll go up on the wall in the office where Chris and I work, and we'll look at them to see what we can act on, what we can feedback to you as possibilities, and what we can build on going forward. So this has been tremendously helpful for us as well, so thank you very much.